Hey everyone, Scooby-Doo here. Welcome to a brand new video. Today we're going to be doing a review on the Black Series 40th anniversary Boba Fett prototype helmet, which is located right to the left. We're also going to be taking a look at a few other helmets and going to give you some updates on our life-size Luke, which is on the Star Wars wall itself. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move some stuff out of the way and we'll start our review. Alright, now that I've made a little bit of room, before we get started, because this is somewhat related to this review today, I want to give you an update on the Hot Toys 2-pack. I'm just going to slide this in just really quickly. If you saw my review last week on this, I said that I was going to be returning it, and I've actually spoken with Sideshow. They are agreeing to allow me to return it, but they want to charge me for the shipping to send it back, plus they're not going to refund me the shipping that they had already charged me. So I'm still in debate with them to see if we can work something out, because I don't think it's fair that they have pictures of this guy with that particular type of hood, and again, if you see my review, they gave it like a dark brown. I mean, it doesn't look even close to the actual figure or the actual character from Star Wars, and which is okay, but at the same time, you should be able to return it if Hot Toys totally drop the ball on this particular figure. And that's what kind of upset me too last week, was that a lot of reviewers gave their opinions on the figure, which is fine. I mean, everybody has their own opinions on what they like and they don't like. But they really didn't bring up the fact that it was the wrong color hood. And one particular reviewer, he's got a pretty big channel. I contacted him and he replied back that he felt it was fairly accurate. I mean, those were actually his words. That he was fairly accurate. I'm not sure if Hot Toys wants to have a hashtag, Hot Toys, where we make fairly accurate figures. Yeah, that's not good. But he didn't say anything else about it, which kind of doesn't help us as collectors make change or to create changes when things aren't done right. Doesn't mean that you can't like it, like I said, but if it's wrong, call it out. And again, that's kind of what's going to go with this review today on the Fett helmet. So still working on this. I just try to do honest reviews, as honest as I can, whether or not if I like it or I don't like it, or even if I like it, but yet the company missed the boat. So that's what we're gonna talk about with this 40th anniversary prototype helmet here. I like it. I like the helmet. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna use it. It's not gonna be in the Star Wars room. I'm gonna use it for something else. So I could just stop the review there and say, I'm gonna keep it, I like it, I'm glad I bought it, and that's it. But nope, unfortunately not. And this is actually kind of troubling to see the Black Series line do this, because this is actually the second time in a year that they've produced something that just is not acceptable whatsoever. And again, remember, I just said I'm gonna keep this and I'm gonna display it. So, you know, there's a difference. So really quickly, I just want to, before we just really get into the prototype review, because I know that's what you tuned in for, this is another helmet. Let me see if I can just kind of get this in. This is another helmet that Black Series did, and although they did a pretty good job with the weathering right here, all of this stuff here is terrible. It's, for lack of anything else, they just kind of threw this together. I mean, the paint work that they did here on the side, and again, I understand that these are, you know, some of these helmets, you can get them for like 60, 70, 80, you know, they might go for 100. So we're not looking for perfection. I'm not looking for perfection. This is more along the lines of this weathering that they supposedly did, or they wanted this to look like these are scratches. They look more like bird marks, like if a bird kind of hopped across, and that's what I said in my original review of this. If they would have used the same amount of effort in making this as, say, I don't know, the Fett helmet, I don't think anybody would have purchased it. I mean, the quality difference in the weathering and the layering. Now, of course, I went in here and did some modifications, but it was good out of the box. It was definitely good out of the box. Look at all the weathering and the different color. I mean, it looks good, in my opinion, and I'm not going to say somebody can't like it, but this looks good compared to that. So with this one here, they just kind of, I don't know, they just said, hey, let's just throw this out. Let's just put it out there. We'll just sell it. So this one was kind of disturbing because I'm hoping that Black Series makes a line of clone trooper helmets. I mean, clone trooper, scout trooper, maybe TIE fighter, AT-AT pilot helmet. I mean, there's literally, they could make probably 20 other helmets that I would just love to have in a collection, and I'm sure a lot of you would as well. And so again, when you get the regular Stormtrooper one, which is here, which I think is a really nice helmet, and it displays really nicely, and then you get the Fett one, and even the Darth Vader, even though I didn't really ever care for the Darth Vader one, only because it didn't have a neck. The rest of it was done beautifully. I still think it was really good quality, but I just personally don't display it again because it didn't have the neck. The Luke X-Wing helmet, I think, is really good. I think the Kylo Ren is a fairly good helmet. So they've been making a lot of great helmets, and now they're kind of going back and forth, which again worries me. So that brings us to our review today. I did look at, I'm going to bring one more thing out before we look at this helmet really closely. It had so many little props with this. If you look here on the side, I'm just going to show you really quickly. This is the box. This is what I think people thought they were going to get. Right? And if you look here, if you really examine closely, I think you can kind of see that right there. But again, if you're looking online and you see the picture, you're probably going to miss that. Right? You can kind of see a little bit. Again, this is just the box, but on the side, all right, I don't see anything on the side. I don't think I do. Nope, I don't. So the reason why I bring that up is because what Black Series decided to do is to do a repaint of our other Fett helmet right here. That's what they did. They just did a repaint. The only difference is the dome, right? The dome is a new dome. This top part will kind of show you it's a new dome. It's a new dome. There's no dent. But everything else is a repaint. See if I can get that to load in here. So what they did, I'll try to get really quick here. I'm going to see, and a lot of reviewers have already talked about this already. But see, all they did, all of the dents and the scratches are all there. All they did was just repaint it white. And that is really troubling because why did they do that? I mean, that's so not cool. Let me see. I get to get it at a certain angle. And this is exactly why I'm actually keeping it, because it's going to be kind of higher up on the wall, so you're not going to see all of that. But they literally just did a repaint on a specific helmet. Unlike if they do the clone trooper helmets, yeah, they're all kind of the same helmet. You just paint them a different color or a different design scheme, but they're all the same helmet. This, I don't think you could do this with the Fett helmet because of the different, and again, I don't even know if that shows up at that distance. See, as you start going further away, you really don't see it. It's when you actually get up close or if you're holding the helmet. It's just a repaint. That is really discouraging. What would make what would make them do that? That's literally not caring at all. Somewhat like that other Stormtrooper, what, he's an incinerator? Now I'm going to probably say it wrong. I should have looked at it before I did the video. But anyways, yeah, it's still a cool helmet, and that's why I'm going to keep it. But all it is a repaint, except for the top hood. It's still, on the inside, you get the same design, which I felt was really nice. It's got good weight to it. It's got the viewfinder. I didn't put the batteries in there, but it folds down. And I forgot what size batteries they take, but it's the same as the other one. This slides off. So overall, it's a cool helmet. And again, this is why I'm going to keep it, but it's just a repaint. They literally just took the existing Fett helmet, except for the dome part, and they did a repaint. And even to this, the two different colors of white, it's very slight and not really noticeable. So again, I'm not harping on that part. I'm keeping this, mind you. I'm keeping this. But I could even tell where the two, even though this pretty much is identical white, it's a little bit off because this was painted fresh over a mold, or however they do it, and this one was, they literally painted over. I'm not going to scratch it to see if it's green underneath. Wouldn't that be funny? But yeah, it's just a repaint, which is horrible, absolutely horrible. I give Black Series Hasbro a frickin' F for this. And I sure hope that they don't continue this lack of trying with their helmets, because it's going to really go downhill really fast. So I don't know. I hope this isn't the state in which Black Series is going to start doing their things, because I don't think so. They're a 6-inch line, and their vehicle figures have all been really good. I mean, I don't buy all of them, but just from what I see, they've been really good, and other people's reviews on stuff. But this one here, just a repaint, my friend. A repaint, and that's it. And stuck it in a box and said, here you go. What complete laziness. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I know people are like, that's such a harsh word to say, disgusting. It's just not. I'm keeping it. Again, I'm keeping it. I like it. It's fine. It doesn't bother me, which is the same thing, and the reason why I wanted to bring up about the Hot Toys figures is that, yeah, I can see where people like the Ewok. He's fine. You can put him up. No harm, no foul. But at least mention the fact that it's got the wrong color hood, So I'm going to mention this. This is terrible, but I'm keeping it. So at least I said it, right? This one too, I kind of noticed they didn't really, because I was just kind of pulling on that. This came off really easy, but I just didn't get put in very good. That would have been funny if this was green on the inside here. But yeah, actually, now that I think about that, that's just kind of in there. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, that's, interesting. Well, when you do reviews, you find other stuff. Yeah, that's just not even in there. Maybe it's just it didn't clip in well. I didn't take any of this apart. I did notice here on the side, this big gap. And yeah, now that I should almost start this review over again. Let me see. No, I guess not. I guess it just shows up more because it's white. That's probably why. There is a little bit of a gap here. But this one doesn't. Yeah, maybe that one just needs to be pushed in. Maybe it just wasn't put quite together normally. All right, well, still nonetheless, it's coming out of the box cheaper. And it's just a repaint. And I just kind of threw it out there. So anyway, so that's that. Oh my God, I was going to wrap up the video before I showed you guys the updates on the X-Wing. Yeah, sorry on this review. There's a lot of people that have done reviews on these already, and they pretty much have said the same thing, so it's not like I feel I have to really hammer this home, with doing the repaint, even though I probably said it like 20 times already. Yeah, maybe that's just not clipped in right. Well, anyways, there you go. If you want the helmet, it's nice. you could use it, but it's just a repaint, and this could really bother a lot of people here, seeing all the same exact scratch marks from the original Empire Strikes Back Fett. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick update in the Star Wars room, and then we'll finish up this video. All right, so let's take a look at some of the updates. And again, as far as the Fett helmet goes, sorry I kind of rambled on in there. I don't know, I just kind of feel like I was just talking to you guys, and I just kind of ran a little bit long with it. But here is the updates. We added the blaster. I got to work on his strap system. It's way too long. I'm going to have to cut that. And then we're going to fill him out. We're going to weather him. Not sure if that's the exact pose I'm going to use for his other arm. It is flexible. We can bend it. And I got some other stuff coming as well for him. So, but he is, I mean, if you go back, you look at a video from like a month ago, how I had him up is starting to really kind of come together there. So there's that. I'm also too working on, and I'm probably going to be doing some other reviews. I'm working on the R2. You can see he's upside down. I'm putting a new wheel system on, so he's more movable. And we're doing the lighting, and I'm going to be redoing the Darth Vader. And Kylo, he's out in the patio right now. I just had him out there because I was working on some lighting stuff behind the TV as well. And then over here, again, we're going to be working on the Fett as well, because as I've been working on these figures, these life-size figures, I've been learning new techniques on how to make them more posable and doing the hands, because I'd like to get him holding his blaster. And then we have the Mandalorian 1/6 scale figure from Hot Toys. That's going to be going in here, along with the life-size The Child from Sideshow. That's going to be going in, and we're going to be doing some other updates as well on this particular wall. And then I decided to, with the Millennium Falcon, we're going to be doing a diorama, I think, of the Kessel Run. So we're going to be doing that. And then, of course, we have a bunch of other stuff that I've been talking to you about in the past. And then we still got to do that review on the virtual pinball. So, yeah, just like every other video, like I got a lot of stuff coming. But we're slowly progressing through these things, right? So anyways, there we go. I hope everybody has a fantastic week, and I'll try to get out another video as soon as I can. Talk to you soon.